This is LTV.
Inside Leominster is brought to you in part through the generous support of N.P. Crowley Company Incorporated and by Landmark Self-Storage in Leominster, landmarkselfstorage.com, and by DeCarolis Insurance Agency Incorporated, DeCarolisinsuranceagency.com, and by Enterprise Bank. Enterprise Bank, create success, enterprisebanking.com.
Hello and welcome to Inside Leominster. My name is Dean Mazzarella, Mayor for the city, and yes, we're live here at the LTV studios. We're also streaming, I think. Let's check. Yes, we're streaming, and we're streaming to LTV as well as my Facebook page. Wayne is back with us on the controls. Who else is back there today? Is Bradley back there? I can't see them, so I don't know they're there.
No, Brad's on his way to a hockey game.
He is. Oh, Leominster.
Yep.
6 o'clock tonight, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
So Keith's here and Carl's here. Alan just left. And we want to thank our sponsors, Landmark Storage, M. Crowley Construction, DeCarolis Insurance, and also Enterprise Bank, was it? Was the fourth? Yes?
That was the last one.
Last one, okay. We want to thank our sponsors because they help to sponsor the show. There are lots of behind the scenes, things that need to happen to make the show possible. And you saw a couple of weeks ago when we did the show with Santa, it takes a lot. So we thank all of those sponsors. And if you're interested at all in being a sponsor, you can give them a call here at leominster.tv. Let's go right to the phones and see whether it's time for the Out Report because we haven't heard from him in weeks.
It's been a while.
Where in the world have you been?
Well, shopping.
Shopping?
You know what I did the other day? My grandson came up to visit us and spend the night on Tuesday.
Right.
So and he's a football guy, so I said, would you like to go over to Doyle Field? I'd love to go over to Doyle Field. I've heard so much about it, Papa. So we hopped in the car. Naturally, he brought his football and his kicking tee. I had so much fun. He wore me out. We were over there, and I was explaining. He was very impressed with not only how well it looked, but the benches with Joey Case and right down the line. I kind of explained things to him.
Elio
and he couldn't believe
Toccoletti.
the fact the school was still standing, Pre Street, that I went to. Now, and top it off, I've always been a proponent to how pleasant the people in the city of Leominster are. The majority of them. And we were getting ready to leave, and we're walking out, and he's got his football, and this lady comes walking by, and I said, good afternoon. She says, hi. And she says, you look like you've been having fun. I said, I have. This is my grandson, Matthew, and we were doing this in football, and I explained Pre Street. She said, well, isn't that wonderful? She says, that I love hearing that. Tell me more about your grandson. I told him how he got A's in this, and he played football. And she said, well, my son was a quarterback for Leominster. His name was O'Neill a number of years ago. And we were talking about the field down below. And it was just such a pleasant experience. And it seems that no matter where you go in this town, from the library to the guys doing traffic or all the construction, everybody's smiling. It's a whole, not only testament to the headset of this community, but it started at the top when you became mayor 25 plus years ago, and it has continued to grow and prosper.
Well, I hear people all the time that have moved here say, I should have moved here 20 years ago. We love it here. People are friendly and blah, blah. So that's good to hear. That's a good story. A very good,
true.
Good story to end the year and start the year.
I actually found myself sticking my chest out, walking to the car. I felt so good about that little conversation we had with that woman.
That's very nice.
Do you
have any New Year's resolutions?
No, just be myself as usual. That's about it. At my age, every day's a good day. You know?
Yeah.
And just, I don't know. I've been thinking, we're going to that Wright's Chicken Farm in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
And then I was looking at the map, and then I realized that that's just up the road from one of the casinos.
Oh, yes. That's right. Plainville?
So maybe after a couple of drumsticks, we'll slide over there. Instead of pulling on the drumstick, I'll pull on the handle of a slot.
If you're feeling lucky, go for it.
Might as well combine the two, right?
That's what you call multitasking.
There could be a golden egg there.
Yeah, I think, well, you have, I guess, courage. You have courage to play the. I walk by. I do the electric slide by him. Like,
my little theory, we were at Foxwoods just a couple of weeks into December, and my theory, I stuck to it for a change, and it worked. And that being, if I hit, say I got $80 of credit showing on the machine, I cash it out immediately. And put it in my, and I don't cash it out immediately. I fold it and put it in my wallet. I put a 20 in, and I build it up to, say, 50 or 60. I do the same. Well, I did that for like 8 times in a row, and over and cashed it out. I had $400. Instead of putting it back by keep playing and losing. Every time I get beyond 50, I would cash it out. And then I went and took all my receipts, put them in the little machine. Now come the hundreds.
Jeez. Nice job.
That's what you got to do.
Well, that's what you call financial planning.
Yes, it is. That's a good term. Financial planning at the one-arm bandit.
There you go.
That'll be the title of my book.
You got a book too, huh?
Yeah. Someone's going to have to write it for me. I have trouble after 4 letters. That's about it, my friend.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. We didn't hear from you for a couple weeks, so
I'll be honest with you. 2 weeks ago, I was totally occupied. I had a surgical procedure done on my face, and I had to do stuff to it, and I got doing it, and then I went and sat down, and I nodded off, and I woke up, it was 6 o'clock. I go, uh-oh,
well,
I forgot the show.
You needed the rest.
But I had to get that done. I mean, I had to do this with take the bandages off, put Vaseline, and strangest thing, I've never heard this before. Part of the instructions I was given was to not let the surgical area scab over. And to stop that from happening, I had to put Vaseline on it every day and then put bandages on it.
That's amazing.
And it didn't scab over. But I never got to ask them why they're concerned about it. Maybe just because it would be a scar. I don't know. I don't have to worry about what I look like anymore.
Luke Connery had a few choice.
You know what? I can't imagine. I mean, he's probably still eating from Christmas morning.
Well, he's getting ready for winter. That's called winter storage.
Oh.
Then he slims down for bathing suit so he can get to the beach, and he wants to look dashing.
Well, if he goes to the beach, he'll probably get dragged back into the water. And I fear for that for him because I don't think he can swim. There's too much bulk there.
I don't know. He's got that sporty car he drives around in, and slims down, heads to the beach, and he's just an outright chick magnet.
Yeah, he even bought it a saddle. He thought it was a horse.
All right,
have a good one.
All right, take care.
Yep.
We're here till 5 o'clock, 978-534-1626. And, when we come back, we have a guest. We'll be talking about the Leominster Public Library, and the director will be here. And anything else that you'd like to chat about, give us a call. Do people still do New Year's resolutions? How about you, Wayne? Do you have a New Year's resolution?
No, not this year.
No?
No.
I don't know, Kyle, do you have a New Year's resolution? What happens? I think that's it. Like you've done everything. Everything's done. And there's nothing else to worry about. Maybe I don't know. I mean, I have things I want to get done. I don't know if I have a resolution, but I have things I want to get done. that sort of the holidays take over and you're just not able to get them done. Anyway, we're taking a short break right here at LTV, and we're coming back at 978-534-1626.
Here she comes. Try to stop her. You got to get her. Here she's flying. She's flying. She's got 3 men in the base. She's going down. There's the number 8. Shot. Glove save. Made it look easy for Karina. You just pull that out of the tree like picking cherries. That's beautiful. That's beautiful, Clark. Hopkinton is throwing everything they can at Karina, but she's been the force behind the force. Back in the corner, Carissima going to get it. She's everywhere. And they get out of the zone, and they do. Carisma's there again. Makes a defensive stop. And here's Alyssa Allen. She dumps in the puck inside the zone. Keep the puck inside their own zone, and they can't score. Keep it down deep. Forechecking Blue Devils. And Carissima has it on the near wall. Carissima, she knocks it back down deep. Nice play by Carissima.
Lights are flashing. Alex is here. Caller, welcome to the show. Caller, welcome. Hey, Crystal, Happy New Year.
Same to you too, buddy. How are you?
Good. Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Make sure I eat more healthier.
Yeah, that's everybody's, I think. Eat more beet salads.
Yeah.
Everything
I'm
okay?
coming to your inauguration party.
January 6th, 6 o'clock, sharp.
I'll be there by 5:30.
All right, we'll see you then. Happy New Year.
You want me to bring anything?
Just bring you.
And Jillian, right?
That's right.
Take care.
Okay, Happy New Year. There you go. Well, it's Thursday, and I don't know. You're going to get a little bit of cold weather coming up on Monday, inauguration night, but other than that, we stay in the 40s, a little bit of cool weather during the week. It's National Bacon Day. I'm happy to say, for those that really, that just limit their bacon to Saturdays or Sundays, it's National Bacon Day, and hope you can help to celebrate that day. It's Falling Needles Family Fest Day, which is, you want to guess what that is? When the needles start falling off the tree.
It's when you get rid of your Christmas
It's time
tree?
to start cutting loose the tree. It's National Resolution Planning Day. So it's not, so in other words, you start today is the day you start planning on what your resolutions are going to be. So it's planning for planning.
There you go.
It's pre-planning.
Still got time then.
Yeah, sure do. Well, welcome to the show, Alex. Alex is the director at the Leominster Public Library, and we've had him on before, but I figured we'd a couple of things. Well, you have something going on tonight, but a couple of things that are happening in the library. But the library gets real busy when it's vacation week, and in the winter months when everyone begins to, less outdoor activities, and you can't really rake the lawn anymore. There's not much you can do, but get your exercise and everything.
Absolutely.
And then it's showtime, right?
It is. We're busier than ever. I
bet.
It's refreshing to have everyone in.
So you had a busy week, I'm assuming. Avid readers
did.
were in getting their books, and as the price of books keeps going, I think books have been on the inflation scale for a while now.
They have.
This.
Libraries are a better and better deal every day.
It's amazing what you can pay for a book. I don't know. I guess it's the cheapness in me. When I see a book, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
How much? Now I realize, somebody had to do the book and they had to print it out.
Sure.
But I'm thinking our library's loaded.
We have
books.
a great collection, yeah.
And then you have the ability to find a book from another library.
Yeah, interlibrary loan. It's we do a lot of things, but interlibrary loan has to be one of the most satisfying. Where you walk into the library, we have over 100,000 items, but through our partnerships with other libraries, we can get anything. It's very satisfying.
So let me ask you this: as we end one year, start another. What are some of the things that would surprise someone who maybe hasn't been to the library in a little while, on some of the things that go on and some of the technology that's there that would surprise them?
Oh, sure. Well, we circulate all sorts of things. It's not just books and movies and magazines. We have toys, tools, games, musical instruments. We have virtual reality glasses and all sorts of fun stuff. One of my favorite things that you can find at the library right now is book bags, where you fill out a form and you get a personalized book recommendation on a particular theme. This theme was Dark Forest. It was from our teen room. And then you get QR codes that gives you a soundtrack to go with it.
Yeah.
And
that's cool.
You get, let's see.
Let's explain that. Now, back up for a second.
Sure.
So you get the book.
You get the book, and then our teen librarian, Nadia, has curated a playlist to go along with the book. So you can.
So the QR code is basically something that looks a little funky, like somebody scribbled.
Exactly.
And you take your phone, you just take a picture of it.
Yep.
It brings up the QR, and then it's going to stop playing music.
Exactly.
That's
yeah.
just remarkable. So
it's fun.
while you're reading, there's
you got a
music
whole
to go along with it.
We give you a bookmark. This time you get, let's see, hot chocolate.
Come on.
Candles. And the big one in this bag, not literally big, but the most popular one was a tiny sword. I'm not really sure the story behind that, but pretty popular
Is
right
it part of the book?
It is, I think, but we don't usually give people swords, but when they're small enough, I guess it's okay.
I have one in my office nobody's claimed.
How you keep meetings
A
short.
real one. Well, that's kind of cool. So you go in and you take that out, and it comes as a whole kit.
That's right. Yep. And it's a personalized book suggestion. So you get a book that nobody else gets, and the only thing you have to give back is the book. You can keep everything else.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You got the whole setup there.
It's
you make
pretty
your hot
good.
chocolate. You get the sword.
You light your candles. You got some stickers in there too. Don't put them in the book.
How cool. That's the QR code.
Yeah.
Everything. Years ago, I was having a conversation with somebody today about this. Somebody that travels a lot to work and said they get their books on tape.
Yeah, absolutely.
But 35, maybe more, could be between 35 and 37 years ago, down at Leominster Plaza. A young guy opened a business, and he was renting books on tape.
Oh, no kidding.
Clearly way ahead of his time.
Yeah.
And even the library didn't have books on tape at the time. They were cassettes.
Right.
And I kept telling him I'd get them because I would listen to him. And he was doing okay, but he said he wasn't doing enough. I don't know if he ended up like in Harvard Square or something. I forget he ended up relocating, but he was way ahead of his time.
Yeah.
And so today's technology is really advanced.
Absolutely. I mean, we still have books on CD, but we also have what are called playaways. It's a little portable MP3 player. You can plug it right into your car. You can also download them onto your phone, and it can sync up with your car that way. Anyone who has a commute, it's
like a
lifesaver.
podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
And then will it erase itself after a certain amount of time?
You don't have to worry about it. You download it, you listen to it, it'll just disappear.
It is amazing with technology, and today, especially with podcasts. Everybody's got a podcast today.
It's true.
And if you have any interest in anything, there's a podcast for you. And it's not all that difficult. Maybe we should do a show or some sort of an event at the public library about QR codes and just about, some of the technology that podcast. And I talk to people, I'm like, did you ever listen to a podcast? And they're like, no, I don't really know how to do it. And I'm like, it's really not that difficult.
It's great because there are so many you can find exactly what you're interested in.
And you can find, if you have some really obscure hobby,
yep.
you're going to find, it's like YouTube. You're going to find that somebody's doing something. Somebody's doing a podcast or a video or something on that.
That's true. We should start one at the library.
Yeah, we got the local radio station, WLPZ. We'll start making better and more use of that in the new year. It's just another way. You can no longer just communicate. When I first ran for office, everybody had the newspaper. It was either the Sentinel or the Telegram or both. And they read it religiously from end to end, from legal notices to the weather to lottery numbers to the sports to the funnies to puzzles to obituaries, divorces, births, everything was in them. And today, there are just so many places to find information. So
that's true.
Everybody has their favorite, the one that they've figured out. Anyway, if you have any questions at all, for Alex, 978-534-1626. And if you haven't been to the library in a long time, they do make good use of technology. And if there's something that you can't find there, as Alex has said, you just tell them, but you can order it online if you want. You can order it in person, and then pick it up when it's ready. And they've really made it easy.
We try to make it as easy as possible to use the library. Yeah.
Now, I know tonight is an event, and it's probably too late to get people to go, but it's 4 o'clock, and some people might show up.
Sure. Yes, it's a little late for tonight, but we do have, starting next month, we have 47 events next month.
47?
Yeah, so for kids, teens, and adults, we have something for everyone. Because I'm a librarian and I'm on this show wearing a cardigan, I should probably take advantage of the opportunity to tell you about the CAT program we're having a week from today, where you can attend one of our Zoom programs and learn more about how to understand your own cat. It's the most librarian thing we have going on.
What's there to understand? They
I'm a
want to
dog
drink
person
water or
myself.
milk. They want to sleep, right?
It's a good life.
They want to eat.
Yeah.
I don't know. What else is there? What more?
Apparently lots.
There's lots. There's lots to learn. See?
Yeah. And we still have teen and adult crafts you can pick up and take home and work on. We've got reading programs in the teen room and the children's room with prizes involved. So there's lots going on.
See that, Carl? Did you know that? There's lots to know about cats.
Yeah. I have dogs myself, just for the record.
Yeah, well, they're each their own species, right?
Yeah.
What's the matter, Carl? We're out of focus or something? Adjusting.
Always
You can call 534-1626. You can go. We're getting a new website for the city, and it will. It's going to be the new and improved. And one thing I want to say about the website is we're not trying to push people, because I had to make a phone call today, and the company had no phone number.
Oh, yeah.
So I Googled it, and the website comes up, and it gave a phone number. And I'm like, I knew they had to have a phone number. This is a pretty decent sized company. Supply communities and, municipalities, government agencies. And I called the phone number and said, hey, we're really interested in doing business with you. Your business is really important to us. Here's our email address, info@whatever it was, and that's it. And it just hung up automatically. You couldn't talk to a real person at all. So if you talk to somebody, you can call into National Grid. They can't call out. So you say to them, well, call me back. And they'll say, well, we can't. I'm like, do you not have a phone there? Do you not have the capabilities of calling out? And they're like, no. And they said, well, I don't understand this. So a lot of companies have decided that they just want to push you to, the website. They don't want to have people have to talk to you. There's an expense to that. We're not doing that. We want people to be able to access government 24/7. So if City Hall isn't open, we don't mind people calling. In fact, we encourage people to use, city government live, in person, come to City Hall, call, whatever. But the purpose of our website is so many times during the year, people will be traveling, or they're away for vacation, or away for the winter. And, oh no, I forgot to pay the water bill. Piece of cake. You just pay you can pay these online. So there's so much that you can do, like information that you can get from the library and get a book and all of that. So all it is, our goal is to have city government function 24/7, and even when we're closed. So it's closed tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday, but that doesn't mean City Hall or any city building has to be closed.
Right. Yeah, government's 24/7 now.
Yeah. So we're not trying to be one of those companies that doesn't want to talk to you. They want to flush you to the website and maybe see a little person on the side that might text you back and forth to solve a problem, rather than putting a person on the phone.
Yeah.
But that goes like the full circle. I know a lot of companies have done that. Now they're back to having, people online. 978-534-1626. 47 for next month alone.
Next month alone, yeah, and even more in February.
I'll remind you that we've been meeting and going back and forth, and so there are a number of different groups, like the Recreation Department, the Library, our Small Business Department, Mayor's Office. So we all have events year-round. So what we'd like to do and this is a kind of a trial for us, is to really spend our money and time promoting the event. And obviously there are many events for vacation week, which is the 20th, I think, this year, February 20th. So what we'd like to do, is it the 20th?
20th through the 26th, I think.
Is it? So what we'd like to do, it's Restaurant Week, and on top of Restaurant Week, we'd like to put a whole calendar of events. Now some are outdoors, so they're going to be weather, like the skating rink downtown. Obviously, if it's 80 degrees, we won't be able to skate. But the library, mock, the rec department, we're trying to get other agencies to get involved, even if there's churches out there that have programs for families and kids. And then we can put out a master schedule electronically. We can put it out in paper. We can use our message boards to promote it. And then everyone has a whole schedule of all the different events every time of day, every day of the week. And we're gonna use that as our test to promote Winter Palooza or Winter Fest or whatever it is that we're going to call. So I know you have some lined up already.
We do. I think we've got an even dozen.
A dozen. See, good.
It's great to be able to be in the same room as these other organizations and work together that way. And I think for patrons or our residents, they don't necessarily think, what's the rec department doing? What's the library doing?
Right.
They're saying, what's going on in Leominster?
You have a captive audience of library, hardcore library, members that, but there's more, right?
Absolutely.
Just like the rec department, it has hardcore, like everything's first thing right to the rec department.
Yeah.
And sometimes people might not think that there's anything else going on besides that. So we want everyone to know that there'll be things going on every single day. That's when we have our little, hopefully with this whole COVID thing here, that's when we have our drive-in movie when the kids get to make their own little box. This is, I don't even know what year, but last year I don't think we did it, but it's packed. Kids have fun. This year we can it's possible. But a number of outdoor events, if we get snow and there's sledding at Southeast Hill, we usually do music and refreshments and everything, and there have been some cold nights, but we've done it. We've done skating at both Barrett and then at the skating rink downtown, and then when it was at Carter. And there's as you said, there's reading groups and music and magician.
Yeah, I got the magician.
So we're really trying to pack it in. If the weather's good, we might have some ice sculptures. The rec department does things at Barrett Park. Fire department and emergency management comes up and does ice rescue. I have a little bonfire out there. So that's the kind of thing that we're hoping for. So it never ends. So there's always something going on at the Leominster Public Library. You can visit them directly by coming to leominster-ma.gov and then click on library, or you can go right to their site. And there's everything and anything you can ever imagine on that site, right? I mean, it really is.
That's the idea. And if there's something missing, just tell us and we'll get to work on it.
It's the great thing about a library. Their ability to be flexible and react faster than anyone based on the community needs.
Exactly. Yeah, we really have a very broad mission and very few rules. So almost anything can happen in a library, and that's one of the best parts.
We're trying to get now. I was actually looking for vans today. That was on my list today. I saw you last week. I'm like, I got to make sure Alex knows I'm looking for a van. And so the van would really be used more of take the library out to different neighborhoods.
Yeah, exactly.
Finding a van, believe it or not, is not so easy. But the idea would not only to show up to different festivals and events in the city, but reach out to certain neighborhoods in the city, and kind of like they have those little small libraries now, which are kind of cool, and people use them. But to take the van out with library services and bring them to you in your neighborhood.
Yeah, we've got a long line of staff who want to be the driver. So that's
they do.
We already have staff.
You see some of those new vans; they're beautiful.
They're pretty good, yeah. And we used to have a branch library at Kendall Hall.
Years ago.
And years ago.
Long time ago.
There's sort of a history of it.
And Fitchburg had the bookmobile for a long time. I don't know if they still do or not anymore, but
they don't. They have the garage, but I went on that bookmobile when I was a kid.
This is kind of like going back to those days, to the bookmobile, only in a more condensed fashion. You won't be going inside the van. They'll be But the idea is to make you familiar with, you know, the library services and what they have to offer. Sign up for a library card, maybe, you know. And our hopes are to be able to supply kids with books. You know, it's that first time. I'm amazed.
It is.
I talked to a young lady the other day, and we were talking about, actually 2 young ladies the other day, talking about reading and their passion for reading. It's going to be expensive. I'm like, you know, you keep going to the. I'm not trying to take business away from people that sell books, but it gets expensive.
It does, and we have a little thing at the base of our receipt. When you check out a book, it tells you how much money you've saved
By taking out that book.
Out the book, yeah.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing. I was reading about the Carnegie libraries and the history behind, you know, Carnegie, and you know, his ability to you know, get out and build all these libraries.
Yeah.
Just incredible.
And what a great choice, because, you know, he found an organization or a type of organization that is so flexible that he could give them, you know, somewhat of a cookie cutter building in each place, but
a lot of them look the same.
Yeah, but each town can use them so differently that, you know, what a gift. And we're still using them today.
And the legacy lives on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're lucky because in the renovations, one of the big things that we wanted is to really open up the Carnegie building so that you could access it from the front.
Yeah.
I like it because now I could see young kids, everybody of all ages coming out with stacks of books. And I see them coming back, it seems like a couple of days later, maybe it's a couple of weeks, with a stack of books.
Yeah, absolutely.
Remarkable. Well, thank you. Anything we missed at all, we'll have you on periodically. If you want to come on once a month, once every other month, let us know.
I'd love to. I do want to mention that our book bags are still available. They're sponsored by Aaron Industries, which is one of our local plastics manufacturers.
Wow, that's great.
So, you know, they
That's
provide
the
a lot
Tossi
of
family.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they
that's
provide
that's a great thing to be able to sponsor and to help out in the community. Businesses will call often and say, how can I help out?
Yeah.
That's outstanding.
We'd love to hear from them.
Make sure you mix the hot chocolate really good.
Yeah.
And next time I'll tell Bobby, throw some marshmallows in.
Right. Yeah,
that's good.
They provide a lot of jobs.
What a nice gesture, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. We're happy to have their support.
And how many, so you could do it by book. So you could do the QR code because the staff picks out the music, sort of goes along with it, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
That is fun.
So we don't have it for every book in the library, but it's a
There'll be
great
that
project.
day.
Someday.
There'll be that day. There'll be the day when you do the QR code and it makes all connections to everything.
Yeah, it's true.
What you should be drinking, what you at the time of.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Right?
Add a wine
there'll be
list.
little videos that will pop up.
Yeah.
Right? Telling you, you know, so good stuff. Hey, thank you to the whole staff. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
And we'll see you at a new year and exciting things.
Yeah.
You have any personal New Year's resolutions? That
well,
you want to share?
Always to work harder, boss, you know. But, you know, right now in the heart of winter, I just got my seed catalog for next year's garden. So
they already sent them out?
Yeah, so I'm making completely unrealistic plans. So my goal will be to bring those back into the realm of possibility.
Well, next time I'm up in Amish country, I'll pick you up some of their seeds.
That'd be great.
You know, their secret stash. I was saying today, this morning on our morning briefing, there's no snow. I mean, haven't had any snow, so they'll take advantage of this. And I don't know what they use, what this combination of fertilizer is, in manure, but it stinks. And it's watery, and it's like you see them going down the street, it's already, you can see it dripping on the roads. I don't know, but I can just tell you their corn plants are, 15 feet tall. Their cantaloupes are, I don't know what they use. It's all organic. They try to, grow organically. So next time I'm there, I'll bring you back some seeds. So,
thanks.
So that's what I've been asking everybody. It's more instead of like, everybody wants to lose weight, eat healthy, walk more, hike more, calm down, but it's more of getting things done.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, I want to get these things done.
Yeah, and sometimes there's so much to do, you have to be selective. But
the year goes by quick.
It does.
We were just sitting here last year talking about this, Carl, about what are the things that you'd like to get done.
Yeah.
Let's see, I think I can mostly say 95% of what I was hoping to get done, got done.
That's
a few
pretty
things, like give my truck a good cleaning and wax it maybe. Some little things that got done, but as far as the city goes and everything, our overall goals and everything, with most departments, COVID interfered with some things, but
Sure.
we're able to get them done. Hey, thank you a million.
Thanks for having me.
We're taking a short break here at inside Leominster. We'll be here till about 5 o'clock. And up on Prospect Street, we had a water break today, and DPW crews said it's going to take a while because we've got those big water tanks on Sunrise Ave. So got to fill everything back up, get the pipes going again. Wayne, were you up there at all today?
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, and they finally got it going. It must have been a tricky job because they're out there since this morning. And so anyway, that's the deal, and you should be getting water if you're up in that area. Taking a short break, and then we'll come in back, and we're going to share some pictures. At 225 Lancaster Street, it's Bruna Bakes, and it's in the old Fat Boys. It's right across the street, well, right at the intersection of, hi, how you doing? Right at the intersection here, Johnson Street and Lancaster Street. So we're gonna cut the ribbon, have a little citation to give to them, and then you'll get a little chance to kind of do a little commercial for your business. So Keith has already been inside, so you'll get a chance to kind of look and see. They have a full menu. She makes beautiful cakes. Let's cut the ribbon. 3, 2, 1, cut. Hey! We have a little citation thanking you for taking this building and renovating it. It's absolutely beautiful inside. They invested their time. I saw them working in here day and night to get this ready. Not easy to start a small business today.
No.
So we want to thank you for doing that. And so we're right here at 225 Lancaster Street. Have you always decorated cakes? How did you start this business?
I started this business because I love decorating cakes and doing goodies for my family, my friends. So we're thinking about that for a long time, and we found this place, perfect place, because we have a lot of Brazilian people around.
Portuguese speaking,
Yeah.
Brazilians, yeah.
So Leominster is a good place, and we are, we are very thankful for you to coming and for all the support we are having for our neighborhood.
Yeah, they love you here, huh? See?
So thank you.
That's right. They're over there by the old Fat Boys, and boy, what a menu! And today you start a business, and obviously there was a restaurant there before, but they had to take everything, and it's a completely different operation. This is people's life savings. It's not cheap anymore. Before you used to be able to take $500 and open a business, and today there's grease traps and all kinds of compliance issues. And so if you get a chance, she is amazing. They make breakfast there, open long hours there for your convenience. Maybe this weekend you stop down for breakfast. They're over there at the old Fat Boys, right at the corner of Johnson Street and Lancaster Street. Okay, do we have pictures?
Yes, we do.
We do. All right, let's do some pictures. And I'm not sure exactly what's on. Wow, 28 years of fun. I haven't seen these, so I have no clue what's on them. So I'll do my best. Let's see. Hey, look who it is. My father, when he was alive, I was in office, would come in almost every day. He would stop at a couple of the coffee shops and chat and stop in and check in. And one day I saw him sitting there, and I took his picture. There's Joe Bones sitting there, checking in on us every day. We were at Piccolomundo School. They invited me down, and they wanted to do some painting. Most of those kids at the time, I'd love to know if anybody knows who some of those kids are and how old they are, but I'm sure that was early 90s. And I'm not a good painter, but I was in my element because we were having a ball. Look at the kids, the way they're looking at me. Huh? How could anything go wrong that day? We did look at this. We did a ribbon cutting at Allen Crest, and that was a new playground that we'd put up and used some CDBG money. And yeah, that's me there, Wayne. Huh? What's Carl laughing back there? You are. Okay. You can laugh. That's me. And there I am at a phone booth downtown. It's one of the last phone booths in America, I think. And just had to step out to make a call. You know, there was a lot of noise, and I said, let me just step inside the phone, like Clark Kent. I said, I got to step inside the phone booth. And on Halloween, there's my mother in charge, dictating what's going to happen. What are you doing? So I was Frankenstein. We had fun. Every Halloween's been fun. And yeah, my favorite book right now is Dragons Love Tacos. And I like to read that. I go to Head Start, anywhere I get chance at reading sessions at schools, reading sessions at Barnes & Noble. But I love to read it. It's a great book. If your kids haven't read it before or it's their favorite book, get it. It's a lot of fun. There are other versions like Dragon's Love, there's other things. They didn't just stop at that. It's like Dr. Seuss. This is where it started. And then we did the 2014 Bucket Challenge and for ALS. And ironic how, Cello was buried today. But we were raising money, continue to raise money for a good cause. So they didn't even let me take my tie off, Wayne. Didn't even let me take my tie off. And here we are, all together in one place. And there's Louis Charpentier, Buckskin Sam, myself, Johnny Appleseed, and Angela Wallace, all in our proper uniforms for the day. And then every year during the 3-day breast cancer walk, we do Light the Town Purple. So every year we would step it up. Look at that beautiful tree on the left there. We would step it up. And so our final, now we light up the building. But one year, actually it was Wendy and I forget who else, went down to DPW and they sanded this truck, this fire engine, and painted it purple. And this thing has been to, I don't even know how many cancer fundraisers, other communities, and anyway, that was a big surprise that year. We had lots of fun. And we were at serving food at the Spanish Center that year. There's my head net, and we had fun, lots of fun. Yeah, we even did kickboxing. Those ladies are in incredible physical condition. But I kept up, I think. I kind of went outside and deep breathed it. I'm like, oh man, this is tough. But anyway, kickboxing, we even tried that over the last 28 years. No comment. Where is he now? I haven't seen him. Did he? I think he said he was moving. But this is one of these strongman guys here that like lifts houses and throws them up. Well, anyway, he grabbed me, threw me up as I was the scarecrow for the Wizard of Oz. We had a Wizard of Oz float. And he just threw me up like it was a 5-pound bag of potatoes. And there we go, those crazy peeps taking pictures of the big flamingos. You never get enough of that, right? Those flamingos. People sending me pictures from, they're getting down to Florida, they're on a vacation. It's fun. Please keep sending them. Flamingos, plastic pink flamingos, which originated right here, were invented right here in the flamingo capital of the world. Hey, this was cool. This was part of our, one of our first summer strolls, and we had a car section and antique cars, and actually the owner said, hey, can I get a picture? He actually let me lean against this car. I wasn't being disrespectful at all. He actually allowed me to lean against this car. I was trying out for the Broadway version of Happy Days. Don't I look, come on, Wayne, don't I look a little bit like I came from one of those shows? And also, there we go, taking a bite out of lime. We were eating a lime, promoting Lyme disease. We were at St. Leo's. Actually been back a few times. Well organized by this young man. He's done a great job raising awareness. Unfortunately, we lost this guy, John Tater, the boy from Plastic City. We had him on the show. He's outstanding. And he wrote a book. And a talented musician, and just sad we'd lost him this past year. But anyway, there we were. There's our LATV premiere. All right, there's the Beer Fest. My partner, Frankie Bengrazi, car 4, car 5, tasting, doing a little testing under the tent for the Beer Fest. Hopefully we can bring back that this year. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. You meet a whole new group of people that live here, but some of the events are geared towards young kids or families, or and like the Beer Fest is perfect. So a toast to all of you. So many costumes. We've done so many. I don't know if there's 28 times that we've had. This is a parade, the Halloween parade. If we've had 28 years as mayor, we've had 28 costumes. And there I was, my temporary Unitil employee costume, as I was up in Fitchburg. We were at an event by, let's see if I can, not Beacon of Hope, by our Father's Table raising money. And I prompted as a Unitil employee. You see my flashlight there? That was official. Yeah, nothing wrong with my socks. It's the legs. And there we are for the, the groundhog just hasn't been too accurate over the years. But how could he be? Because it got all those lights flashing on him. So we decided no better than the pink flamingo, the plastic pink flamingo, to tell us whether we'd have an early spring or not. And he's been right every year. So anyway, on Groundhog Day, who's a rat? It's a rat day. It's Groundhog Day.
Not a rat.
He's a rat.
No, he's not.
Well, he is. If you look it up, the groundhog's a rat. Anyway, we do our own version, and we have more fun, I think. And there we are. There's my partner, Frankie Bengrazi. There's me on the left, Frankie on the right. That's when we used to have powder blue shirts. And old police cars. That's our version of Hill Street Blues. Look at the size of that radio. See that radio on the left there? It's like a brick, I used to call them, like bricks. And that's it, I guess. There you go, huh? Memory Lane, thank you. Wendy Weeks put that together, thank you for putting that together. It's been, yes, 28 years, and one thing is you never get to look back. You just don't. Everything's moving so quick in front of you never look back. So thank you for, it was like a box of things that we were going through and just looking through, and you're just like, wow, that's right, and just, you forget about things. It's all about moving forward. Let's give you some updates. Today is Thursday, December 30th, so if you're watching this later in the weekend, the numbers won't be so accurate, but there were 92,000 people who tested, got COVID test over the last day here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and 15,163 tested positive, 45 deaths, and 1,656 new cases here in Worcester County. We're down 18 cases over the last 14 days. That's the trend that we want to continue on. Let's see. There are 1,711 people in hospitals and 392 in intensive care. If you add those two together, you get about 2,000. That's half the hospital beds in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts are filled with COVID patients. Falling Needles Family Fest Day today. It's National Bacon Day, National Resolution Planning Day. Let's see what else we can share with you today. But feel free, if you'd like to call and ask a question, just say hello, 534-1626. Let me just check our Facebook, because sometimes people just pose questions there. Let me let it catch up. Let's see. No questions. How's the traffic on Route 13? That's all. So there you go. 83%, I think it's actually higher now, but 83% of the city is vaccinated. If you look at 30 and up years old, we're at 94 and 95% vaccinated. We're a little low on the 12 to 15 years old and just because they started allowing 5 to 11 years old to be vaccinated, they're at 26%. But other than that, every group is high. 16 to 19 years old is 85% of the city's vaccinated. Now, the new CDC guidelines, if they've shortened it in some capacities. So if you've double shotted up and got your booster, and somehow or another you get the virus, and you got no symptoms after 5 days, you can mask up and hit the road. Okay, so yesterday went much better at Doyle Field. We did a much better job, but we knew from the onset we could only handle 400 people. So as soon as people started lining up, we gave them numbers, and when we knew we had 400 people, we just cut it off so that people didn't have to wait. So Mondays and Wednesdays here in Leominster, noon to 4, and then in Fitchburg on 49 Nursery Lane at the mock offices from noon to 4 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And we can't control who gets there first or what all. This is the fairest and the only way that we know to do it. We try to sign people up via technology. You get online, but a lot of people don't have the technology, and the technology, to be honest with you, didn't work very well at all. So we left it at that. The fire department is applying for a new grant through FEMA. And it's actually kind of cool because they use infrared to be able to determine if there's somebody inside of a burning building. Sometimes it's lost animal or pet. We use it a lot, not just for fires. But the other thing that it does is it allows us to keep track of where everyone is. It's kind of a GPS. It allows us to keep track of where firefighters are in the building. And as you know, no matter how much experience you might have, as many times as you've might gone over training, things can happen. Every situation's a little bit different. Every building's different. Winds are different. Weather is different, and things can happen. And when they happen, sometimes you lose people, right? You usually follow the hose back, all of that. Things happen. People go in to rescue somebody. All of a sudden, there's a flash fire. Ceiling caves in. All kinds of things happen. Anyway, this will allow us to keep track of firefighters inside that building. Okay, as far as projects, the design is complete for the new elevator at the senior center. So next year we'll be looking at the replacement. The second set of gear purchased for the fire department through the American Rescue Plan just took delivery. And we're purchasing 50 defibrillators for all public buildings, including schools and popular public spaces. And your heart goes into arrhythmia, you're out there for a walk, you're out there watching a game, you're in school, you're at work, and the only thing that's going to bring it back really is a defibrillator. So we're going to have 50 of the same exact defibrillators in every section of the city. Also underway is the engineering services for 10,600 feet of water main relining. And that's going to be exciting, too. And that's going to be most of the Elm Street, Pond Street, Birch Street, and West Street to Lindell Ave and Exchange Street areas. And then the bid documents are ready for the new skate park, so those will go out sometime in January and be able to start construction. Pretty good. Just a couple of minutes left here at Inside Leominster. My name is Dean Mazzarella, Mayor. And yes, inauguration night will be Monday night, starting at sharp at 6 o'clock. The governor will be there. He actually asked if he could come and swear me in, which I'm honored to have the governor come out and swear me in. That's pretty exciting. So, yeah, 6 o'clock, we start sharp. And, yeah, we'll keep everybody separated and plenty of masks and ventilation and have some windows open and all. A holiday light show up at Shoalin Farms. It's going to end January 2nd, which is coming up, right, Sunday night. And 5 to 9. Did you already notice the days are getting longer? I love it. It's definitely getting longer. I'm optimistic and especially happy that we don't have any snow. I was happy we got a little bit for Christmas, just a dusting, but I'm okay if we don't get any. I'm okay. So up until January 2nd, and then on this coming Sunday night at the Pilgrim Church, 7 o'clock. January 2nd is the Merrimack Valley Bell Ringers, and be doing a classic Christmas. Neat about this is they get pulled in every direction to perform all over the place. We're the only concert they do after Christmas. So they're kind of like deep breath, exhale, let's have fun with this. Last concert of the holiday season. So fun, and more fun. So So yeah, on Monday night, January 3rd, inauguration, 6 o'clock p.m., right at the John R. Cater Auditorium. And last but not least, two things. Mass Hire and North Central Career Center is going to have a live in-person job fair coming up January 12th, right at City Hall between 10 and 12:30. Now, these, before we would get some manufacturers that would come in. This is amazing that the different companies that are here, Massachusetts State Police, Headwall Photonics, Recovery Centers of America, Millport, Charvadot, Job Corps, Vanpool, TSA, U.S. Postal Services, Colonial Contracting and Excavating. So some really good jobs here, really good paying jobs. Alpha Wire, Catalina Oils, and Catholic Charities. So anyway, this is coming up at City Hall, January 12th, 10 to 12:30, and we're going to have an in-person live job fair call. And this is last but certainly not least. We've had events in town for Martin Luther King Day. We really, last year, tried to do something a little bit different and make a meaningful difference in our community. So in honor of Martin Luther King Day, we're seeking donations, as we did last year, for our local charity, which is the Catholic Charities. And if you could, donate some diapers. You just bring them to City Hall. You can call us at 978-534-7500, extension 0. Gentleman came in the other day with $100 cash, said, I want to be anonymous. I don't want to go shopping for diapers. I don't know which ones to get, right? Here's $100, go shopping for me. You don't have to give $100. You can give $5, $10, whatever it takes, or go out and shop for diapers. Diapers is not something they can get subsidized by any of the nutrition programs or any of the others, or WEC, or any of those other groups. All right, Carl, I think we're out of time.
When you're ready.
Let me take a little sip and a little toast to you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year from all of us here at LTV. And my speech, if you're coming on Monday night, it'll be brief, Carl. You'll also be able to see it on WLPZ. You'll also be able to hear it. You'll be able to catch it on LTV, streaming on LTV, and you'll also be able to listen to it on WLPZ. So no matter where you are in the world, you can hear. So it'll be brief, and yes, very brief, and more centered around thanking everyone for giving me the opportunity to serve you this long. It's very rare, and it'll continue to be that way. We have 11 new mayors in the state this year. Last time there was more than that. So more than half the mayors have been changed over, rotated through in the last 4 years. And I expect, as the demand grows in these kinds of jobs, that people say there's a lot of work to it, it's demanding, and anyway. All right, Happy New Year, everybody. Be safe. Remember, the world is run by those who show up. You need to show up. Good night.
Inside Leominster is brought to you in part through the generous support of N.P. Crowley Company Incorporated, and by Landmark Self-Storage in Leominster, landmarkselfstorage.com, and by DeCarolis Insurance Agency Incorporated, DeCarolisinsuranceagency.com, and by Enterprise Bank. Enterprise Bank, create success, enterprisebanking.com.
This is LTV.